You are at Lake Rant, where I rant about whatever my $15 a month plus patrons want me to rant about. You can get one of these by being one of those. This one's for Kajoro Bitterthorn, who says, rant about this insane dark indie Pokemon movie being made by the guy who made the Castlevania anime for Netflix. Oh, hey, I just ranted about that guy earlier, Adi Shankar, who produced this. I watched it. I did not get anything out of it at all. I don't really see how this is any different from any other edgy Pokemon take. I mean, I've been a fan of Pokemon since the late 90s. The idea of, like, what if the Pokemon were violent? What if it was, what if there was, a dark take on it? They're fighting, Don't you realize that they're fucking fighting battles? It's violence condoned in this video game, the number of fanfics, the number of fan animations, the number of dipshits bringing this up over the last few decades, it's innumerable. So, nothing about this take struck me as particularly unique from all of that. You could look at it as an impressive undertaking if you think of it in terms of, like, okay, if this was like a one-man animation project on YouTube, you'd be like, wow, good job at, having so much animation, so many unique designs. It's a fun thing. But, like, I don't know how to judge this thing. Like, is that the intention for it to be seen as? Is this meant to be, like, a serious product taken on its own? I mean, personally, I don't like the designs at all. I hate the way the Pokemon look. I hate the way the characters look. I get that the point is just to be edgy looking, but, like, it's not appealing to me. I don't like the way the animation looks. The weird, particularly the mouth movements are really jank and awful. The Pokemon fighting and all the violence and stuff it's just very quick and goofy looking. It kind of reminds me of Metalocalypse. Definitely in the vein of that. What's that company called who does that show? The Titmouse style of animation. There are a couple of clever moments in terms of using Pokemon mechanics, like, the whole throwing the rare candy to the fucking Magikarp inside the Arbok's throat and it evolving out of it. But, like, there's, like, moments where it's just like a Pokemon got shot and there's blood. Isn't that crazy? Whoa, a Moltres grabbed the guy off of a motorcycle. Like, this is not very creative use of Pokemon violence. Like, these are creatures that have amazing violent powers that could be used in all kinds of really creative and interesting ways. Why is it just, like, just people dying real quick? Like, if I want to see a grimdark Pokemon, again, the Magikarp idea was a good one. I would have rather it was all like that. The story that's being presented is really generic and hackneyed. It's just, Ash tries to stop the violence by freeing all the Pokemon, but it backfires, dude, because they were regulating that violence. I don't know. I thought it was corny and dumb, and I didn't really enjoy it because I'm not a fan of these kinds of dark takes on children's shows. Like, I don't get anything out of just, like, the thought experiment of it. Like, I don't care about seeing a violent Pokemon. That is not something I've always wanted. It's not something appealing to me. And I've seen it before, many times. Never have I enjoyed it, in the many times it's been done, because I just don't think I don't think it's interesting. Like, yeah, of course it could be violent if it wanted to. Like, no shit. It's children's media, but again, if we were using the Pokemon powers in really unique and interesting ways throughout it, it might be worth watching just to see, like, how they could be used in a circumstance where the creators were allowed to do whatever they want with the Pokemon powers. But that wasn't how this felt. It felt like a generic movie trailer that happened to have Pokemon in it. So, yeah, I didn't care for it, but that's just me. Not a fan of this kind of thing.